Okay, well, let's get started here. Thank you, everybody, for joining this morning or this evening. I know it's been about a year and a half since we kicked off the STO, and just wanted to kind of give you guys a sneak peek of all the development that's been ongoing this entire time, notwithstanding some of our funding challenges at this time. But we feel like the development that has progressed to this point will take us a long way to achieving that goal. And we're very excited with all the things that we can show you today. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Abhi, who is our Chief Technical Officer, as well as Bellman, our lead developer. Please enjoy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Abhi. I take care of the technical deliveries, and today I will take you through some of the workflows to show the user journeys. Let me just share my screen. John, if you can make me the host. Okay, thank you. Let me know if you can see my screen. You should be able to see our app. Okay. John, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see it.
All right. Okay, guys. So the first thing that, just to set some background here, I'm going to take a very simple user journey of a user registering on our platform and then going through the steps. So the first thing is obviously registration. The second thing is KYC, wherein we ID proof the user who is registering, which is very, very important. And then I'm going to take you guys to the messaging feature that we have, which is basically there are a couple of guys in the lobby. Let me just edit them. Right, so then I will show you the connect feature, which is basically our messaging platform, wherein we let the users connect and interact. And eventually, if time permits, I'll take you to one very important feature, which is called Vault, and that's where you'll see that how a user is able to save some of the files and share it securely and things like that. So the first thing is the registration step. What I've done is I've already recorded my screens so that it's easy for us to see. So the first thing is when a user is downloading the app, the first thing that the user has to do is register, and this screen shows how to register. So a very simple screen. We just need the email and the password and the mobile number. The reason why we want to do or capture a mobile number so that we can actually do the ID proofing later, which is very, very important. So you fill up these three fields and click on next, and this is where we send you the 6-digit one-time password so that we can verify your number. Once that is done, we come to the profile where we actually take your picture and eventually request you some of the details, for example, first name, last name, date of birth. And we wanted to make it very simple, so just 4-5 fields. Once you capture it, you click on save, and this is the time when we actually start the registration process and move to the next screen. So while it is registering, we are actually what we do is there is this passwordless authentication feature that is inbuilt. We want to make sure that when you log in, and let me just take a pause here. So the screen that you're seeing here is basically during the registration process, we are also registering you for a passwordless authentication, which means next time you come on the app, you don't have to enter the password again. And this is something which is not device-based. It is actually on the cloud. So even if you switch on to the web application that we have developed, it is seamless. So, it doesn't matter whether you have saved the device, the password on the device or not. The prompt will come from the server, and you will have to provide your biometrics details. So, that is taken at the time of registration. So Registration form was filled. Now, the second thing is we are actually now registering you for the passwordless, and this is where we are capturing your biometrics via Face ID. Obviously, none of these details are stored on our server. We just want to make sure that the sensitive details are not even available on the server, because these are very private details. So once we link it up, now you're ready to log in, and this is the time when we show you that your registration is successful, your login was successful, and this is the dashboard where you land. Now, just to take a pause here, on this dashboard page, you will see some cards which are basically asking you to fill more details if you like. Suppose you're an individual user, you can actually go and provide those details. If you run a business, or let's say you represent a business entity, you can actually very well click on this card, and there is a separate form for that. But during the registration process, we want to make it very, very simple. So once you are registered and you are on the dashboard, this is what you see. And um, just want to take you back a little here. Obviously, there are a lot of modules which are which we have been working on, but I just wanted to show you a glimpse of all these which are the modules which are in store. Today, I'm going to show you one of those modules, and eventually get there. But uh, as far as the registration is concerned, you're good to go. All you have to do is click on the link which was sent to your email ID, so that your email ID is also registered, and that's about it. You're fully registered. The next step is now. So, like I said, that the first step was registration. The second step is ID proofing. Now, because we want to know who is logging in, or who is actually trying to use our network, because that way we will be able to know whether if there are elements who are actually trying to exploit our network or not, or whether there are people who we can trust or not. So registration is complete, but the second step, which is very important, is the KYC, which is know your customer. And this is where I would like to switch to the next module, which is KYC module. I'll take a pause and I'll switch over to the new window. Just a second. Okay. So going to share my screen again. Yep. Right. So let me just move this somewhere here. All right. So you are now on the dashboard page, and like I said, that you can actually see a couple of cards there. One of the cards which will be available on the dashboard will be complete your KYC, which is nothing but ID proofing. So what you're doing is you're providing your government approved ID proofs, and we are then going back to our network and going to verify all those details, whether those details are legitimate or not. And at the same time, we are also going to capture um, your videos while you read something out, so we know that you're a real person, you're not a bot. So the process starts with a form. So this is the form where we actually capture some of your details which are already available during the time of registration, but there are some additional details which are required so that we can actually then fetch your ID details. So you need to provide your nationality, your address, which is basically registered as per the government ID proof. So you provide all those details and then move on to the next page. So click on next, and yeah. So this is where you basically, what we are asking is we are actually asking for a government approved ID proof, which could be your driver's license or your passport. Now, okay, so let's say you select your driver's license. The next step is you click on start verification, and the camera opens up. It will ask for you to scan. Obviously, you have to scan the ID within the window, and then you upload it. So, it will actually ask for both the sides, front and the back. And once you upload both the sides, the next thing it's going to ask is a video selfie, which is basically, you speaking in front of the camera. And when I say speak, you're actually reading something out, which is already there on the screen. So this is what it says: record a video. And since this is a demo, I have used, one picture. Obviously, there are ways of detecting it. Um, so what happens is, it will ask you to move your face and read something out which is on the screen, and then it will create a case, depending on its confidence level. So if it is confident that this is a real person, it will actually go ahead and verify all the details against the government databases. It finds your ID details. It will come back and say that yes, it is successful. If it is, the AI, let's say, if that works and then figures out that this is actually not a real person, this is basically somebody just holding a picture, and trying to break the line. In that case, it will flag it off, and the KYC will be suspended, and you will still see your KYC in a state where you have to reinitiate the whole process, or either reach out to the support to reinitiate, so that in that case you do this manually. Now the application gets completed here, but what is next? So if you come back to a dashboard and you actually try to refresh your screen, you will see that now it shows processing. So this is where the system will take a call whether this is going to be an automated case. Basically everything looks good, your document is in place, your video selfie looks good, and you're good to go. So in that case, the system will take a call and then will mark you automatically KYC compliant. But if there's any goof up or anything which is not understood by the system, it will actually trigger it for manual intervention. And once you complete your KYC, only then it will allow you to use the features which are available on the app. So um, this is what it is, and we call this as KYC because it's very, very important. This is one of the pillars that we actually have highlighted earlier. Now I'll take a pause again, and I'll switch to our Connect, which is basically our messaging platform. Just give me a second. All right, so here we are. Now you must be thinking why this is a different color now, because the app is actually offered in two different variants, depending two different themes. Depending on your mood, you can actually select which kind of theme you want. One is a light theme, one is a dark theme. This one is a light theme, and on this video, I want to show you how exactly the Connect works. So if you see on the screen, there is a small icon here, which basically represents Connect. Connect is our messaging platform, which includes audio, video, and the online meetings as well. So you click on this, and this is where you land. Now, the first thing that you do is obviously, if you are on a network, there is a capability to extend the invite to your contacts, wherein you can actually bring your contacts on the platform. Once you have your contacts ready, you can then connect them via our standard I would say invitation, which works very much like LinkedIn or any other platform, social media platform, where we basically invite somebody and then add them to our list. Once they are in my list, they are my contacts. So if I have to now interact with them, there are many ways in which we can do. One of the ways is via chat. And chat is this is the page where actually you select a contact, and you actually click on the menu icon, and this is what you see. So you can have a new conversation, you can actually create a new group, you can also start a message, you can switch to an email. If you're moving devices, you can restore the chat backup. Or if you want to switch from mobile to web, you can actually click on Start Connect, and then you can actually switch over to the web browser, just like you do for Telegram or WhatsApp or any other. Now, the most important bit, and what is the differentiator here, is that all of these messages are highly end-to-end secure, highly encrypted. And when I say they are end-to-end encrypted, we are actually following the gold standard, which is very much popular at par with Telegram, or even for WhatsApp as well. We basically do not store anything on the server. Everything is done on the device. It is encrypted and kept. Only for the notifications, we go via the server, and then the moment the messages are delivered, they are deleted from the server. So it's highly secure. We don't keep any chats or any messages on the server. It's basically with the user only. They can delete their messages if they want, and we will not, we basically will not have a copy of that. And this basically promotes the privacy for which they basically have vouched for.
Yeah,
So
can I stop you there for a second?
sure.
Can you check to see if it seems like there's somebody that's trying to join the meeting, but they're not able to, and I guess they have to be like manually added into the meeting. Can you check to see if
All right. I don't see anybody waiting. Yeah,
hmm,
don't see it.
okay. Okay, thanks. Never mind. Proceed.
No worries. All right, so click on this, and I'm just showing one very basic chat. So this is where a group is formed. Already people are there, they are sharing, they're chatting. It is very much similar to any other mechanism. Chat is pretty standard. Obviously there's a group, and on the group you have a group information. You can actually mute the notification. You can also forward audios, videos, and all those. So this is one of the videos which are forwarded to this group, and I now want to forward it to another group. So you just select it and click on forward, and this is where you select one of the friends from your list. It could be a group or it could be an individual, and this is how you share it further. Um, Very, very simple and pretty standard. All right. Now, just to add to this, obviously there are video calls available wherein you basically, let's say this is the group or this is the individual that you want to contact. Obviously, sending text is allowed, sending images, videos, and voice notes. Everything is allowed. Attachments. But at the same time, if you want to have a direct one-to-one video call, that is also allowed. If you go back, the same options are available for a group as well. So this is the group. So you click on this icon. This will be a conference call wherein a notification will go to all the users of the group, and they can actually click on the link and dial in. It's very much similar to like we having a Zoom call right now, and that's how it works. Just before we go, I want to show that, what happens when you leave a group, because, we want to make sure that the group, the people are trusted. And when we exit the group, and let's say if you are admins, we assign it to somebody who's very responsible and can take care of the group further. So you click on exit and leave the group, and, it will ask you who, to pick an admin. And the moment you pick an admin, the group is actually assigned to that admin, and then you lead the group. Okay, so this is what the connect is. Now, very interesting module, which I'm sure that you guys will like, is called Vault. And let me just stop sharing so that I can switch to another window. All right, sharing again, and this is what it is. Okay, so what exactly is a vault? Vault is our I would say our storage, which is basically our network storage space, which is allocated to each and every individual or an entity. Now, this is similar to, the Drive that we have, Dropbox, or any other offering that we have in the market. But how is it different? Because we are talking about healthcare industry here, this is the world's first, I would say, DICOM compliant storage, which means you can store all your scans, or your CDs or DVDs that you get from different labs or radiology centers, and then you can actually upload here, and it will parse those files and will extract all the metadata that you won't be able to extract on if you use any other storage vendor, for example, Drive or Dropbox or any other. Only this place will offer you a DICOM compatible, and since this is our on our network, it is super secured and super encrypted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you how exactly a user can add files to the vault and what happens when you add the files. So you click on this icon, which is Add to Vault, and this is where you actually create a folder. And after you create the folder, this will reflect on your screen. Then you scroll to that folder, click on it, and then drag and drop all the files that you want to upload. Now look at the files. These are DICOM files. Most of them are DICOM files, and quite heavy ones. The moment you drag and drop, it will start uploading. The speed is very good, I must say. It's very quick to upload these many files. And while it is uploading, it is also parsing those files to extract the metadata, which is available along with the files. Which means when these files are getting uploaded, and if they are DICOM files, if the system detects that these are the scans or those DICOM images, it will try to extract all those details, and I'm going to show you this in a moment. These icons, if you see this specific icon, this is actually a DICOM file. So now look at this. It actually picked out all those variables. So I just want to take a pause here. Now look at this. There is a patient ID. There's a patient name. If the fields are already provided from the center, they will appear here. So body part examined, if there is a value here, it will appear. Study date, birth date, patient weight, patient sex, age, modality, manufacturer, accessory numbers and all that. Anything which is basically like a description or anything which is provided along with the file will be available here. Now, why this is important? Because now I have all these parameters on which I can search. So let's say if I'm a hospital and I have millions of scans with me, and there is a patient who's basically walking in, and the patient says that you must be already having our scans. Can you search it? So now I can actually search on all these parameters using the Search My Vault option, and this is very quick. The moment you search on a name, or let's say even a patient ID, that file will appear. And then you can actually click on this icon here to see those files directly on the screens. It's that simple. All right, so let me just quickly show you how exactly this. Yeah, one more thing. Obviously, when we store those files, we want to share it, right? So let's say if I'm a patient and I have my scans with me in my vault, what I want to do is I want to go to let's say, to a hospital, or let's say even if I don't want to physically go, I can very well share my reports with my doctors or the hospital, right? So what I can do is I want to make sure that these are not exploited, these are not misused. So what I'll do is I'll create a very secure link from the vault directly with a one-time password, and I'll share the link and the password with the recipient. The recipient will actually click on that link and will enter the password. Obviously, there will be two-factor authentication, which means the password and the link will not go along. Password will be sent separately and the link will be sent separately. When you enter that password, only then you will be able to open that link and you'll be able to see the file. You can also access manage using using an option where you can actually select the contacts that you want to share your file with. So I'll show you that option. Tomorrow, let's say you want to revoke access of one specific participant, you can very well do that. So this is what I'm trying to show here. Let's say I click on manage permissions, and this is where I get a list of all those people who are already in my contact list. And let's say, I want to just create a link and share it with people. I can very well do that. Just click on the generate link and it will actually give you a prompt wherein it is actually showing you a password and a link. Now you can copy and paste this to your friend or anywhere else. But at the same time, the recipient, when they receive this link, they click on it, the system will ask for a password. Only when you enter the password, it will actually take you to this screen that you see, which means now you're able to see a scan of a patient. Now, within the demo, I actually did not share it with anyone. I just generated a link and I clicked on the file. So I'm actually on the file page where I can see the details of the file. So look at this. I clicked on one of the scans that I had, and it is actually loading the image right now. So the scan will be loaded. This is the scan, and I have all these options available to play around. Let's say if I'm a doctor, I can actually very well use these options to zoom in, annotate, leave my comments behind, or let's say I just want to see a specific spot on the image. I can do that. I want to measure something. All that is possible. Okay, and all these will be saved along with your file so that next time you take it to another doctor, these annotations or comments or measurements will be saved and they will be able to refer to it. I'll pause for a second. I'll let this complete so that you guys can see the options which are available. You don't want to save it, you can clear it out. You want to download a PNG or a JPEG from this DICOM file, very well, doable. All right. At the same time, you have connect option, which means you can right now from the right hand side, there is a connect button, which means you can access your contacts right from the panel, which is on the right hand side, and you can share all these details. Let's say you just want to take a screenshot and you send it to your network. Pretty much, you can do everything. So um, this is what we call this as RD scan, and we started a journey from Vault and we moved on to the scan. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it from my side. John, I think I'm pretty much done from my side. Over to you.
Okay, thanks, Abby. That was great. So as everyone can see, there's been a lot going on over the past couple of years here, and we are, very much uh, getting closer to the finish line. And we've actually already kind of begun a limited launch, commercial launch of the product with a couple of prospects that are also starting to kind of integrate already into their company platforms. And so we are very excited on the direction of the company and the products. And just wanted to come and maybe open it up to limited questions related to the product. Does anybody have anything that they would like to ask? Okay, well, guess that's it, Abby.
Yep.
So I guess thank you everybody for joining today and taking the time to kind of see the progress thus far, and see you very shortly on the next developments and the path forward. And see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.